This is Brian, and welcome to this commentary playthrough of Legend of Mana. I'm playing the original PS1 version of it here. I'm going to be trying to do a fairly complete playthrough. Not like 100% on getting all items and stuff necessarily, but this game breaks down. You don't have to do everything to beat the game, and there are different paths you can take to do it. But you have a system where you get diary entries for every quest you complete. There's like 70 something total, and I'm going to try to get all of the diary entries. If you're not familiar with this game, I'll show you what I mean by that once we get to it. Yeah, it just gives you a little bit of background here if you just let it play, and you'll see some of the different characters and different places from the game. I suppose we might as well just get into it, though, because we'll see those as we go through. Alright, you can select your character. Doesn't really matter too much, I don't think, as far as gameplay-wise. That's the girl, and that's the boy. Although, given the fact that the artwork and the sprites is kind of hard to tell, but I'm just going to go with the boy. You can select your starting weapon between the different types here. It doesn't matter too much because you can also just switch weapons as you go through the game. I think I usually go for just sword, axe, or two-handed sword. Let's try a spear this time. That burst, and we'll go with that for a little while, maybe. Also get to select the name. I'm just gonna go with you. Alright, darkened areas can't be chosen, but you do get to pick where the world is going to take place. Now, you might think, well, do I need a area with more land instead of water? Is that going to help out? Doesn't really matter too much. You are going to have some places that you need to put on land tiles and some that you need to put on water tiles, because you get to build the world as you go. I think you can just go with where it puts you to start, I think, is probably a decent option. I think I'll go with over here. How about this one? Also, I think if you don't get everything in the first playthrough, you do get New Game Plus as well, so you have a chance to complete a lot of the quests if you didn't do them right the first way. Alright, so yeah, place the mailbox on the map. Select the spot with the directional button and press the X button. You may place the mailbox on the brightly colored areas. So yeah, you can move it around, you can put it kind of wherever you want. Although you see the little symbols down below there, you got the elementals. Lumina, Shade, Dryad, Jinn, Salamando, Gnome, Sulfid, and Undine. There are some areas that you actually need to influence their level, and you can see it's a third of a few of them are filled up there. So the maximum you can get is a level 3 of an elemental. And depending on what areas you place next to an area, it'll influence its elemental levels, or it can. But we start out with home here. I don't want to put it next to the edge, because I do want to leave room around it to put other things to make it higher in certain elemental levels. Yeah, so some opening scenes with the mana tree there. And those little plant guys are called sproutlings. And the scenes here are kind of showing you what happened to the world. We'll explain it a little more here as we go. And that'll kind of tell us what we need to do. Nine centuries ago, the mana tree burned to ashes. The power of mana lived on inside mana stones, enchanted instruments, and artifacts. Sages fought with each other for control of these last remnants of mana. Then, after hundreds of years of war, as the power of mana began to wane, those who sought it grew scarce, and the world returned to peace. After that, mankind grew afraid to desire. Their hearts filled with empty emotions and grew estranged from my hands. They turned their eyes away from my infinite power and were troubled by their petty disputes. Remember me. Need me. I can provide you with everything. I am love. Find me and walk beside me. Little rabbit in the loading scene there. Alright, so our character wakes up at home. Yeah, we can hold down a button to run. So this guy's going to be important. Little cactus. Talk to him. Doesn't say much. But what we have here is the Cactus Diaries. Okay. So there are 67 entries you can get in total. And what you have to do is every time you complete a quest, you come back to talk to him, and when you leave, he'll write an entry into the Cactus Diary. I think you have to do it like each time, so you don't want to go ahead and do like 2 quests, because if you complete 2 of them before you talk to him again, he won't write it in the diary, I don't believe. There we got 100 lucre. Currency in the game. I think it's lucre. Lucre. Over here is a library. And this is kind of like your tutorial stuff. Characters. It also fills out though as you go. So like right now, all we have is a little cactus. A shy little cactus. He is a cactus of few words. but he happens to be thinking about many things. Okay, so there's 79 entries there, but I only have one available so far. Lands, we have 27 total, but I only have one of them. Home. Home sweet home. Your home is comfortably located near a great tree, surrounded by nature. Many visitors come and go. See mailbox. Artifacts. Got 26 total available. The mailbox is the only one I have so far. A few letters a month can mean a lot to a lonely, far-off home. See home. Yeah, the way you do it is you have to collect artifacts, and when you place the artifacts on the map, they'll create the lands. So the mailbox created home. Monsters, we haven't seen any yet, so didn't have any available. 104 total, but I do have a note here. Here's just an example. So it'll have their strengths and their weaknesses. Wisp and Dryad, example for a strength, and Shade and Aura for a weakness. The example above shows that the monster becomes stronger, strength, in lands with more Wisp and Dryad influence, and weaker in Shade and Aura lands. Okay, so yeah, it's based upon that ranking system for the elements that I talked about before. This does not affect the player's pet monsters. Which, spoiler, yes, you can get pet monsters as well. There are a lot of techniques that you can learn as well. 217 total. By default, we do get a few of them here. Might as well jump. To quote the song, I guess. Defend. But remember that the best defense is a good offense. Lunge, a quick step forward. Retreat, a quick step backward. Crouch increases regeneration of hit points, but while crouching, defense rating is 0. Push stuns a target. Cheer, no real use, but increases the power move gauge slightly. Well, so isn't that a use? Spin stuns opponents. Attacking while spinning turns the ability into a spin attack. Lancer, spear technique, a lunging strike from afar, and it requires the lunge ability. So yeah, so you go from 8 up to 137, and that's because 137 is specific to the type of weapon you chose. That's all for that for now. Obviously, those things will fill out more as we go through the game. Let's see, what's the menu button? There we go. So we start off with 5 power, 5 skill, 5 defense, so 5 of everything. Equipment, I have a Manos Spear and a Manos Hauberk. Now you can actually equip different abilities as you choose here to your different buttons. Jump and defend by default go in here. Special techniques, that's where Lancer can go here. Don't have any magic, but that would go under that as well. But right now, Lancer's the only one I have, so I might as well just put that on all of my shoulder buttons. R1, L1, R2, and L2. And as you use these different abilities, I think you kind of gain points to level them up, and as you level them up, you learn different abilities. But for now, I think I'll just stick with what I have here. No items yet. And subcategories under items, weapons. And then you got stats for that to show you all that. Elemental defense. Yeah. So they got a lot of stuff going on with your different menus here. Instruments. I don't have any yet. Wherever there is a mailbox, there is mail. Diary. I don't have an event list yet. What about config? What can I change? Just the sound and vibration. I think we'll stick with what we got there. And I guess, yeah, you can change your key configuration. So X is quick attacks and square is power attacks, and then, well, the triangle and circle, you can switch what you want those to go to. That's enough wasting time on talking about that stuff, though, right? Let's get out. There are different paths you can take around home and do different things, but we'll get to those later. For now, let's just talk to this Sproutling here. I'm a Sproutling. The world can be shaped by your imagination. Did you know that? No, I didn't. Hokiel, the poet, told me that the town of Domina exists because I think so. People say this world isn't an illusion, but the Sproutlings know. If you can't find Domina, use your imagination to find it. Here, use this. Got the artifact color blocks. This is the town of Domina. People with pure hearts can go to a whole new world. And exit to the world map. And that picture right there that comes up during your loading screen. Yeah, so there it tells you press square to select an artifact. But yeah, on the upper left there, that picture shows a seed. As you progress and complete more quests, it will grow into the mana tree, and once the picture is full, it'll open up the way to the final area of the game. So you basically just have to complete story quest lines to make it grow. You don't have to complete every quest, but there are like 5 or 6 main quest lines throughout the game, and then several just random side quests. And completing the main quest lines is kind of what you're going for. To just beat the game, at least. Now, I don't want to put this anywhere that's going to block it out from being next to other stuff completely. Seems like a pretty good spot, probably. And let's go to Domina. And you see the seed is already sprouted there a little bit. And as you travel, it actually does change your days. Because that's what it says gnome up there. It goes by 7 days of the week for your 7 elementals, or 8 elementals. Yeah, I don't know if it goes by 7 or 8 days, but either way, every time you move, it does change a day, actually. So, like, if I had an area that was, like, several blocks away to get to it, it would actually change that many days just for us walking to it. And the little blue dots on the map indicate areas you can go into. Hey! At least give me your name. Elazul. Jeez. He makes me sick. Not really too much to go on from that interaction. I am Duel, Onion Warrior. My friend Tipo is in the shopkeeper's house. Meet me there if you want to talk. First, I want to follow this guy. Out of the way, please. It's important to share. Yeah. There's another strange character. We'll let him go for now. Hub, Amanda, and Barrett's. Silence. Do not interrupt. Speak up. Don't make me angry. What are you hiding? Leave us alone. I'll stick up for her. This is none of your business. Would you just go away? Friends, you say? I don't believe you. Don't you have any idea? Are you sure you don't know where she is? Damn it. I've wasted my time. Yeah. Thank you. So there's isn't necessarily a lot to do there, but you want to go ahead and stick up for her. Because he is kind of being an ass anyway, that guy. Now, I don't remember which door we want to go into here. It doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. Yeah, here's Duel, Tipo. An adventurer, eh? You should at least get some bronze gloves at the shop. And don't forget to equip them. Hit the start button and make your preparations. Ladies look best when we're a wee bit on the plump side. Gents go for the lasses like me. And don't you forget it. I'm so tired from bouncing around all day. Ain't it tea time yet? I do like tea. I'll probably be teaching you about the battle system, so leave that to me. Even if I'm just an onion warrior, I'm still a warrior. Duel, whatever is an onion warrior? How should I know? And this guy. I thought getting Rachel a job would help cheer her up, but now I hardly get to see her anymore. Oh yeah. Let me give you this book about weapons, armor, and instruments. Look it over in your study and feel free to check out our shop. Receive the equipment encyclopedia. Hey, sometimes they say more than one thing. Very good. It's important to keep asking questions like that. My only advice is that you pick up some bronze gloves at the shop. Well, seems like he's not going to shut up about it until I go buy some bronze gloves. So this is the shop. You can buy different weapons here if you want. And a couple of instruments as well. I believe the gauntlets is what he really wants me to get. Let's see, it has, yeah, a few different attributes there. What if we just auto-select? Okay, that'll bring it up anyway. And it'll tell you with the pluses down there what's going to go up. Except he's gone now. I may not look it, but I'm a jewel collector. I do like tea. Let's just seeing if these guys had any more dialogue here. Did I interact with any of this? I don't remember. I don't think so. Looks like there's a bear there, stuffed bear. You can see there's a lot of junk around here. Statue of a little kid, it looks like. go upstairs here. Nope, there wasn't anything else in here. Okay. Please feel welcome. I'm Miss Yuka, the keeper of this inn. That's my little Pee-wee. He's quite fragile, so please leave him be. Yeah, he's, like, still in his egg, kind of. I think there was a treasure in one of the rooms. Yeah, here we go. Got bird meat. Kind of odd that there's bird meat and the proprietor of the inn is a bird. Although I guess birds eat each other sometimes, right? And yeah, if you do want to, you can save here. You can switch to 2-player control. Or nothing. I guess we might as well start a save file here. I thought it would be kind of funny because I'm a Sproutling. We've got no souls, you know. There are many of us, but we are all one. I like the ground. I like birds and insects. I also like, you know, counting stars. You know, there's been a lot of stars. Kind of a lot of different dialogue there. Can't go in that one. Actually, I want to go around the other way first here, I think. Because, yeah, depending on which way you exit these places, you'll be on a slightly different part of the map. Here's another guy. Inspector Boyd on duty. I've heard that bandits appear here. If you see anyone suspicious, report to me. And this is like a church. I can play the organ. It's just like the music of the town, but for organ music instead. Kind of a nice touch. I don't think I can go anywhere else, but you can talk to the Reverend. The goddess said, and the mana energy is... Oh, so that is the answer. I see. Oh, please excuse my ignorance. I am Reverend Novell. Helping those in need brings my own salvation. What would you like to know? Well, let's just ask him about everything, I think. This is Domina. A small but comfortable town. This building. The Mana Goddess is enshrined here, and so are those who fought for her. There are other beliefs, but they do not hold the truth. Any other beliefs? I hear Gato Grottos has a temple where many nuns study. There is a cult group called the Diggers who teach rubbish. You must ignore them. There is a steady flow of people here, but Domina has never been much of a prosperous town. But that may have helped it escape the ravages of countless wars through the ages. I have come to know many people here. About whom do you inquire? Man in Sandmantle. He came to Domina recently, and he seemed to be in search of someone. Tipo says she was threatened by him, but she often overreacts. Rachel. She is the daughter of Mark and Jennifer. She works at the pub here. She used to be a rascal, but now she has become quite quiet. Mark should not fret over it so much, for time will solve the problem. Others. I have particular knowledge of Meme, Miss Yuka, Mark and his wife Jennifer. About whom would you like to know? Amy, ask her for advice when you are in distress. May's fortune telling will comfort you whether you believe it or not. Haven't met her yet, but take this produce encyclopedia. You may find it useful. Take it back to your study for later use. Yeah, so we got another encyclopedia. Produce. Miss Yuka. She runs an inn and becomes upset if she is not called Miss. Miss Yuka seems to be a chocobo, but she insists she is a canary. Mark and Jennifer. They own an item shop and take turns shopkeeping every other day. Mark stays inside on holidays, but Jennifer goes out and chats all day. I think that's actually it. About this world, I guess. No, he does have more yet. We exist with the goddess's blessing. Your questions are? About imagination. Do not believe the sprawling stories. Generations of people built up this town, not an imagination. Oh, how misguided they are. We shall pray to the goddess to guide their ways. It is said that concepts exist in items. Items may bring new beginnings. Cherish what you encounter in life. Take the mana energy flowing in the air, and that becomes magic. Enchanted instruments with elemental essences are used for that purpose. But I think being faithful is the solution, not relying on magic. Why do we fight? We fight to bring the justice that the Mana Goddess teaches us. About 2-player. You can use the abandoned house in the town center to take a friend along on your adventures. Others. Duel, the Onion Warrior, shall answer your questions. He is everywhere. May her blessings be with you. Alright. So we got all the information from that guy here. We are actually going to go ahead and call it there for today, so we'll pick up next time and continue going through Domina here, and we'll get to our first major quest. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.